This is Voice of America News, delivered to you by Educational News Broadcasting on behalf of VOA. Good evening, viewers. I'm Hae-Sung Lee, a professor at Georgia Central University, and here's tonight's news. Power outages could last weeks in parts of Houston, an official warned, after thunderstorms with hurricane-force winds tore through the city, knocking out electricity to nearly 1 million homes and businesses in the region, blowing out windows on downtown high-rises, and flipping vehicles. The National Weather Service said it confirmed a tornado with peak winds of 177 kilometers per hour touched down near the northwest Houston suburb of Cypress in Harris County. Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo, the county's top elected official, said crews were still trying to determine the extent of the damage and the number of casualties from last Thursday's storms. Houston Mayor John Whitmire said 4 people, and possibly 5, had died. Whitmire said in a news conference, quote, "It was fierce, it was intense, it was quick, and most Houstonians didn't have time to place themselves out of harm's way." With multiple transmission towers down, Hidalgo urged patience. Thousands of utility workers were headed to the area where power had already been restored to roughly 200,000 customers. Another 100,000 customers were without power in Louisiana, down from a peak of 215,000. U.S. prosecutors announced the arrest of an American woman and a Ukrainian man who they say helped 4 North Korea-linked IT workers posing as Americans to obtain remote work jobs at hundreds of U.S. companies. The U.S. Department of Justice said the elaborate scheme aimed at generating revenue for North Korea in contravention of international sanctions involved the infiltration of more than 300 U.S. firms, including Fortune 500 companies and banks, and the theft of the identities of more than 60 Americans. A Justice Department statement said the overseas IT workers also attempted to gain employment and access to information at 2 U.S. government agencies, although these efforts were, quote, "generally unsuccessful." An earlier State Department statement said the scheme had generated at least $6.8 million for North Korea. It said the North Koreans involved were linked to North Korea's munitions industry department, which oversees development of the country's ballistic missiles, weapons production, and research and development programs. Another Justice Department statement said the American woman, Christina Marie Chapman, 49, was arrested last Wednesday, while the Ukrainian man, Alexandra Didenko, 27, was arrested on May 7th by Polish authorities at the request of the United States. The State Department announced a reward of up to $5 million for information related to Chapman's alleged North Korean co-conspirators. The U.S. Department of Justice revealed a proposal to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug, marking a notable change in U.S. drug policy. First announced in April, the proposal would reclassify marijuana from Schedule I drug to a Schedule III drug. Schedule I drugs include the likes of heroin and LSD and are considered highly addictive and without any medical benefits. By contrast, Schedule III drugs are considered to have a moderate to low potential for physical and psychological dependence. President Joe Biden publicly endorsed the Justice Department's recommendation to ease restrictions on cannabis. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration said it found, quote, "some credible scientific support for the use of marijuana in the treatment of chronic pain, anorexia related to a medical condition, and nausea and vomiting." The proposal says, quote, "Additionally, no safety concerns were identified in the FDA's review that would indicate that medical use of marijuana poses unacceptably high safety risks." The public will now have 60 days to submit comments on the proposal. Marijuana is legal in some form in nearly 40 US states. Rescheduling the drug won't make it legal on the federal level, but it would lay the groundwork for additional research and medical use and could help lead to less harsh criminal penalties. Well, this concludes ENB's 9 o'clock news for Tuesday, May 21st. The original news articles broadcast tonight are available on our partner Voice of America's website. Thank you for staying with us, and have a good night.